Hey, what's up guys? Brandon and Dakota here for another video. Today we're going to be talking about the importance of travel and kind of why you might want to spend your money on traveling instead of physical possessions and how we think that's better for you. So do you want to get us started, Dakota?
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that I think that people need to experience traveling over material possessions because number one, it cultures you. You get the opportunity to learn about cultures that differ from your own. You get to see how other people in the world live. I feel like a lot of issues in society are caused by people who haven't traveled enough.
People who are intolerant of others' cultures.
Yes, they haven't seen other cultures. They haven't learned about them. So they just have all these stereotypes that they hear about, and they think that these things are true. So that's one reason why people need to travel. The second is that people who travel as opposed to spend their money on material possessions tend to be happier people. It makes sense. I can't exactly explain why that is, but it's just been studied that people who tend to travel, spend their money on traveling, tend to be happier people than those who spend their money on material possessions such as
we all want to be happier people, right?
Clothes. Yeah.
Who doesn't want to be that?
So I feel like those are two pretty important things. Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, I'm going to talk about my own experience with travel. The biggest traveling experience that I've had is when I went to Europe for 2 weeks with this organization called People to People. And that was one of the best times of my life. I got to socialize with new people my age. You know, they were also kids who were pretty good in school. You know, they were a lot like me, and you know, they were very similar to me. And I got to meet new people from new places. And that wasn't it though. Like, I got to meet people from the U.S. Like, those were the people that I met on the trip, that I went with on the trip. But I also got to meet other people from other countries. And I think that was a great experience. I got to see other great things, you know, great things that other countries have that our country doesn't have. You know, I got to see monuments, you know, just all kinds of shit. It was a really great experience. One of the best times of my life.
Yeah.
And you know, you don't know how fun it'll be until you actually go. I mean, I remember, like, whenever I was younger and I wanted to go, or I was like scheduled to go on a trip, last second I would always want to just stay home and play video games. But my mom would make me go, and to be honest, I enjoyed that a lot more than playing video games. So I think you guys will too. You'll enjoy it a lot more than your normal life, no matter what physical possession you might buy. You know, whether that be a Ferrari or, you know, anything, a laptop.
Yeah.
Just spend that on travel. I mean, of course, spend the money that you need for like the necessities to live the lifestyle that you want to have, but don't spend it on things that you really don't need.
Yeah. And the thing with traveling is that, I mean, the possibilities are just endless of the things that you can see, the places you can go, the people you can meet. To me, those are so much more valuable than, you know, a new car or whatever. Another thing is that a lot of people kind of forget that traveling can help us appreciate what we do have. If you live in a country like the United States, Australia, Canada, any European country, you know, where first world countries, we take for granted what we have. So a lot of people take the time to travel to third world countries to really appreciate what they have and get to experience how lucky we actually are. A lot of people forget that 50% of the world's population lives on less than $2 per day.
And another thing you can do when you travel is you can help those people from third world countries. That's a great thing you can do. You can go to help them. I know a lot of people do like missionary work, and I mean, you can do something similar to that, but it doesn't have to necessarily involve religion. You know, I know people go and they like help people dig wells and shit like that, and I'm sure that's a great experience. I mean, there are all kinds of things you can do to help other people, and when you go to another country and see the lives that other people live, I think it'll make it easier for you to give up your own stuff to help them.
Yeah, and by being able to experience all these things, you make yourself a more interesting person to be around. By having all of these experiences, it just makes you a more valuable individual. You have all of these situations and experiences that you can reflect back on and that you can tell to people. You'd be surprised how many conversations you can start with people, with different people, just by talking about all the places that you traveled and all the things that you've seen. So
yeah, it's a lot more interesting than, oh, I have a Ferrari. They might think that's cool at first, but you know, that's gonna get old. That's gonna get old, but I don't think traveling will ever get old. I mean, as long as you're going to new places. Maybe going to the same place over and over again could get old, but hell, maybe you love going to that place. I mean,
yeah,
you'll find places in the world and people in the world that you'll like more than you like your home country, most likely. So go out, guys, experience other cultures, and I think that's about it.
I think it wraps it up. So yeah, just get out there and travel, guys. See the world.
See you in another video.